and I'd have to get those dates for you.
Okay, so before the board meeting in which the decision was made to proceed with the closure, is it your evidence that you had briefed the Minister, his office and some MPs and senators?
Yes.
Right. Who in the Minister's office did you brief? The Minister himself or another person?
The Minister.
Right. And about when was that?
It was leading up to the...
December board meeting?
Yes.
Okay. And did the Minister express any concern?
Yes, he did.
Did he ask you not to proceed with it?
No, he did not.
Was it at the Minister or his office's request that you briefed other MPs and senators?
No, that was our undertaking.
Right. And who did you brief?
I'd have to get you the list if I can do that. But we
Well,
briefed,
who came up with the list?
myself and the Executive General Manager, Corporate Affairs.
Well, Ms. Stave, do you want to get the Manager Corporate Affairs here? Because this list is very interesting because there are 4 South Australian senators here. Well, 3.
Four.
No, 3 here who I know did not get briefed. I don't know if Senator Edwards got briefed. So can you tell me who you did brief and how you chose them?
We briefed the local member in Adelaide. We briefed...
Mr Williams?
The member for Hindmarsh?
Yes. We offered a briefing to the members of this committee, or some
When?
members.
Some members. Some members. Which members?
I'd have to get that...
Ms Stove, can I put to you, please tell me you didn't just offer it to government members.
Hang on.
Are you going to answer that question?
It was not just government people. For example, we did brief Mr Albanese.
Can I just get, sorry, Chair. Sorry, it's Senator Wong. It's very important. You said you briefed members of this committee. Which members?
Senator Heffernan, Williams.
He's not a member
So,
of this committee.
New South Wales, New South Wales, keep going.
Senator Williams.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Not
So
that.
2 New South Welshmen. Who else, Ms Stowe?
Mr Ench,
Queensland, keep going. He's not on our committee.
Senator Fawcett,
Okay, South Australia, tick. You've got 1 out of 4. Who else on the committee?
from my recollection.
So there wasn't members of the committee. There were certain political people that some happened to be on and off this committee now.
Well, we offered a briefing to
The
Senator...
Secretary's sitting right here. Secretary, did you get... No. Yeah, no, you didn't.
He can't.
Yeah, it's all the smoke. We all know there was no briefing of this committee. Okay.
Sorry,
Senator
Mr.
Wong.
You wanted to finish the list.
we offered a briefing to Senator Xenophon. Unfortunately...
Sorry, I'll check what day is it.
It was a period when you were away, Senator. You weren't.
I'll find out.
Yep.
Mr. So the briefing of Mr. Williams, when did that occur? Sorry, not Senator Williams, the member for Hindmarsh. When did that occur, approximately?
It was leading up to the board meeting.
So it was prior to the meeting. Did he tell you ask you not to proceed?
No, he didn't.
He didn't tell you not to proceed.
No.
So the local member didn't stand up for jobs in the electorate.
Let's get to the issue.
Okay. You might not think that's an issue, Senator Edwards. I think. Anyway, I'll move on. I'll move on.
I'm interested in...
I apologise for being out of the room on another matter, but I understand the question was I briefed? I was. And I think, and as the standard members of this committee know, and the public service knows, if I've got a bellyache, you'll get it. And so the place to cop it is here. And I thought it was a bit odd, which is why I asked the questions earlier tonight on Adelaide and Melbourne. And if you have explained that, if you're landing, I'd like to think if I was landing a plane, which I no longer do, in Adelaide or anywhere else, that except there are some places where you work it out for yourself, I have to say, including the paddock, that the guy in the control tower is in the control tower and not 500 miles away, which you've confirmed he will be in Adelaide. But I did think to myself, well, the appropriate place is in the public forum to have this discussion. There's nothing wrong with a contest of ideas and a robust contest of ideas, and that's what we're here for, to hear both sides of the argument. And so...
Chair, can I just clarify something?
Yeah.
With great respect to you being out, when Senator Wong was asking about briefings about this Adelaide control tower, Ms Stave did say she briefed this committee. That's what started the conversation, which
I
she
think
has
she
since
has,
cleared
in fairness
up.
to her, she's
And
correct.
as I was going to
Yeah.
say, and she has since cleared up. There were certain members
righto.
of Parliament.
Okay.
Some are on this committee, or one's on this committee, two are on this committee. Just so you know. Sorry. The chair's back.
Now, you troublemaker, do you want to continue?
Yes, please. I'll try and be quick.
Because Senator Xenophon's got that wild look in his eye.
Can I just on notice get a full list of the parliamentarians briefed on this issue by date, please?
Yes, Senator.
Thank you. I'll try and be quick because I know Senator Xenophon and Senator Gallagher both want to ask questions on this as well. I have really two issues I want to explore. The first is the safety case. Now, I'm new to this committee, so I don't, understand all of the technical issues.
There's not much technical, but it's cultural.
Cultural, or those two. But if a decision is to be made, how do you go about ensuring that that decision is safe? Is there a full safety case undertaken, which I understand would have to be conducted by CASA? Just explain to me what the process has been or could or should be.
Senator, thank you. Greg Hood, Executive General Manager at Traffic Control. So within the context of our safety and management system, whenever we make or proposing a major change, there are several steps in that process. The initial one is to do a safety case determination and look at the size of the change. If the size is considerable, then we're required to prepare a full case. We prepare the safety case, and then we submit the safety case to the Civil Aviation Safety Authority.
Okay, so it's a bit like the EIS process in the environmental
That's correct.
context. Okay. So did you prepare a safety case and submit it to CASA?
So we've done an initial risk assessment and a safety case determination that says in the context of preparing for the change, we are required to prepare a full safety case, and that has to be submitted to the Civil Aviation Safety Authority.
When will that happen?
Well, it's commenced. The preparation of the safety case has commenced.
Well, how can you make a decision as a board to proceed with closure before a safety case has been undertaken?
So, Senator, the initial risk assessment was based on the fact that we already conduct terminal area control
Well,
unit
that's your
services.
assertion, and there are a range of other assertions that have been put to me about why what you're saying is incorrect. Now, I'm not in a position, I don't want to have an argument about that tonight, but just as a matter of logic, I don't understand how you can make a decision to change arrangements, assert that they're safe before any safety case has been undertaken. Can you explain that to me?
So, Senator, as I referred to, the precedent in terms of the way in which we already provide terminal area control services for Canberra from Melbourne and have done for 20 years.
But that doesn't, no, but this isn't a logical argument. That is a proposition that presumably, if you're correct, the safety case will tick off on. But that's your view. Whereas your organisation's made this decision without the regulator considering a safety case. How is that possible?
So, as I said, Senator, the organisation's view, particularly at the board level, is they were satisfied that the initial risk work was adequate to proceed to the full safety case.
Okay, but the decision's already been made.
So the board has made the decision irrespective of the safety case, or will they
No,
take into account?
Subject to the
successful
safety
completion.
case. So we must still submit the full safety case to CASA. If CASA find that they do not believe that we should be doing this, then it can't proceed.
If I'd known that, I would have asked questions of CASA about how other people get to make submissions. Two other points. Can you confirm you didn't consult the state government at any point prior to making this decision?
That's true, Senator. That was an omission.
That was an omission.
Yes, sir.
So you talked to a couple of MPs. You don't talk to the state government that you're going to close the TCU.
That's correct. We've subsequently offered briefings to the state government.
That's useful.
Could I just assist the committee leader You can put those questions to CASA on notice.
Yeah, I
if
will.
you'd like to give.
I will. Thank you. Appreciate that. Finally, I want to understand the terms of what you are, what assurances you're giving employees. What are the terms of these pending redundancies, which are subject to a safety case as yet unfinished? Can you tell me what assurances you've given to employees? What are the terms and conditions of this closure?
Yes, Senator. I'll just get to the Executive General Manager, ATC, to just go through that.
So, Senator, thanks for the question. The staff affected in Adelaide and Cairns have been offered the opportunity to remain in those locations and be redeployed to the air traffic control towers themselves in those locations. They've been offered the opportunity to consolidate with Adelaide to the Melbourne facility, or with Cairns to the Brisbane facility, or in fact they've been offered the opportunity to nominate deployment to any of our other 28 facilities across Australia, or in fact if they decide that they would rather not do so, then the redundancy provisions of the enterprise agreement would be applicable to them.
Well, so can I be clear? People have been, you get a job if you move, but if you don't want to move, what's the position? You can apply for a job with the tower?
So no, we will appoint you to the tower even if we have to keep a couple of excess staff in the interim until retirements.
And that's a guarantee at the same rate?
That's a guarantee that they would be able to remain in situ in Adelaide with a job with their services.
At the same rate?
To pay.
Same rate of pay?
Senator, I can't recall the details of that, but I'm happy to take that on notice.
Can you also...
In the normal course of events, we would maintain salary for those people.
Can you on notice provide the details of what you say are the industrial, the terms and conditions?
Certainly, Senator.
And if the safety case isn't up to scratch, do you not proceed with it?
If CASA doesn't accept the safety case, that is correct.
Okay. Well, I'm saying to you, as a South Australian senator, I'm asking you not to proceed with it. So you should be clear on the record. Yeah, it is my view, and I suspect it's the view of many of my colleagues. We don't want this decision made. We don't want these jobs shifted. We certainly don't want what we regard, from what we've been told and what I see the state government saying, something that compromises these arrangements at Adelaide Airport.
So, just following on that line of question,